Have you heard of the cards that you could only get from trading with the Pokemon Company? I am talking about the famous Masaki Promos. For the longest time, I personally thought Masaki was the artist. What I didn't realize is that Masaki would later become Bill when it was translated to English. It all had to do with Bill and Bill's PC. Kids in the 90s in Japan could ship a card and get a card in return. It was a very cool gimmick that was part of a promotional campaign called the Communication Evolution Campaign. The rules were simple. You needed 2 cards. You had the non-playable card pass. You mailed that card to Media Factory along with one of 5 vending series cards: Ammonite, Haunter, Graveler, Machoke, and Kadabra. In return, Media Factory would send back one of 5 cards: the Alakazam, the Gengar, the Omastar, the Golem, and the Machamp. The Gengar is by far the most coveted of the Masaki Promos, a card in a PSA 10 that sells for tens of thousands of dollars today. The campaign was extremely short in Japan, going from November of 1998 to April of 1999. Over 140,000 people participated in this campaign. Media Factory distributed 39,000 Alakazams, 36,000 Gengars, 29,000 Machamps, 22,000 Golems, and 21,000 Omastars. Now, finding these cards today in a Gem Mint 10 is nearly impossible, and that is because the way that these cards were shipped back to you. A card holder inside of an envelope that held the card in place. The problem is getting the card out of this holder damaged cards over time. It was almost like a metal clamp that held these cards in. So oftentimes on these cards, there are indents and there are folds and creases that obviously damage the card and make it super hard to grade. And that is why in a Gem Mint 10, these cards sell for tens of thousands, because not only is it a promotional promo event from 1999 and you had to be in Japan at the time to get it, but also they are extremely hard to grade. Overall, these cards are absolutely iconic, some of the most sought after grail cards for so many collectors. And honestly, I hope to have one of these in my collection someday. I don't foresee that happening anytime soon, but all 5 of these cards are awesome. I love the Alakazam and I love the Gengar. Which Masaki promo is your favorite? Let me know. I think Pokemon should do something like this again. This was an awesome idea and I wish I could have participated. Unfortunately, I was not yet born, but a very cool thing that the Pokemon Company did.